I walked into my own bathroom and found my fiancé's shirt on the floor, the same shirt he'd worn to drop me off at my bachelorette party 6 hours earlier. And standing there in my bathrobe, hair wet from my shower, was Jessica, my best friend since college, the woman I'd asked to plan this entire weekend. She looked at me, smiled, and said, "Oh good, you're back early. We need to talk about your maid of honor dress. I'm thinking blush pink would really complement my skin tone." I'm going to tell you exactly how my 15-year friendship died in one night, and what I did when she had the nerve to ask for an even bigger role in my wedding after sleeping with my fiancé. My name is Emma, and 6 months ago, I thought I had it all figured out. I was marrying Derek, my boyfriend of 3 years, a guy I met through work who made me laugh until my stomach hurt and who'd proposed on a beach in Mexico with a ring he'd saved for 8 months to buy. And standing beside me through all of it was Jessica. We'd met freshman year of college when we both showed up to the wrong classroom on the first day and bonded over our mutual inability to read a campus map. We'd been inseparable ever since. She was there when my dad died, I was there through her divorce. We'd taken 11 vacations together. I knew her coffee order by heart, and she knew mine. When Derek proposed, the first person I called was Jess. Before my mom. Before anyone. She screamed so loud I had to pull the phone away from my ear, and within an hour she was at my apartment with champagne and a Pinterest board she'd apparently been secretly building for 2 years, titled "When Emma Finally Gets Engaged." That's the kind of friend she was, or the kind I thought she was. The bachelorette party was her idea, obviously. She insisted on handling everything, the Airbnb, the itinerary, the guest list. I told her to keep it small. Just my closest girlfriends, maybe 10 people max. She sent me the address of a lake house 2 hours outside the city and told me to show up Friday night ready to leave my single life behind in style. I remember texting her a heart emoji and thinking how lucky I was. The weekend started perfect. The house was beautiful, 3 stories, a dock, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the water. My college roommates were there, my 2 cousins, a few girls from work. We spent Friday night drinking wine on the deck and playing ridiculous games where everyone shared their most embarrassing dating stories. Jessica was the center of attention, the way she always was. Loud, magnetic, making everyone laugh. At one point, she pulled me aside and said, "This is your moment, Em. You deserve all of this." I hugged her so tight. Saturday was when I started noticing the small things. She kept checking her phone and smiling at the screen. When I asked who she was texting, she said it was the catering company confirming brunch. But it felt off. Then during lunch, one of my cousins mentioned that Derek had texted her asking what time I'd be home Sunday, and Jessica snapped at her, actually snapped, saying we weren't supposed to be talking about the groom this weekend. Everyone went quiet. I laughed it off, but my stomach turned. That night, we went to a dueling piano bar downtown. Jessica got sloppy drunk, which wasn't unusual, but she kept disappearing. Once for 20 minutes, then again for almost half an hour. When I finally found her outside smoking, something she only did when she was upset, I asked if she was okay. She looked at me with this expression I'd never seen before. Almost guilty, almost smug. She said, "I'm fine, Emma. I'm just thinking about how much everything's about to change." But that wasn't even the worst part. We got back to the lake house around 2 in the morning. Most of the girls went straight to bed. I was exhausted and a little drunk, so I went upstairs to the master bedroom, the one Jessica had insisted I take because the bride gets the best room. I took a long shower, trying to wash off the weird energy from the night. And when I came out, that's when I saw it. The shirt on my bathroom floor, Derek's favorite gray Henley, the one with the little bleach stain on the sleeve from when he'd helped me clean my old apartment. My brain couldn't make sense of it. I picked it up. It still smelled like his cologne. I walked out of the bathroom, and that's when I saw her. Jessica, standing in the hallway outside my bedroom, wearing my bathrobe, her hair dripping wet like she'd just showered, in the bedroom next to mine, the one with the connecting bathroom. "What are you doing here?" I said. My voice sounded far away. She smiled, that same smile she'd given me 1,000 times before. "Oh good, you're back early? We need to talk about your maid of honor dress. I'm thinking blush pink would really complement my skin tone." I held up the shirt. Why is this here? Her face didn't change. Derek stopped by earlier to drop off some stuff you forgot. He must have left it. He stopped by? At a bachelorette party? 2 hours away? He wanted to surprise you. Where is he now? He left, maybe an hour ago. I called him. It rang 4 times before he answered, and I could hear the highway in the background. Hey, babe, he said, too casual, too rehearsed. How's the party? Why were you at the lake house? Long pause. Jess texted me that you weren't feeling well. I wanted to check on you. That's a lie. I've been fine all night. Another pause. Look, can we talk about this when you get home? And that's when I knew, the way his voice cracked, the way he said, talk about this, instead of asking what I meant. The way Jessica was standing in my hallway in my bathrobe, acting like nothing had happened. I hung up on him. I looked at Jessica. Did you sleep with my fiancé? She tilted her head like I'd asked her a mildly interesting question. Emma, you're being dramatic. He came to check on you because he loves you. Answer the question. You're going to ruin your own bachelorette party over nothing, I asked her 4 more times. She smiled through every single one. And then she said the thing I will never forget. Even if something did happen, would you really want to know 3 weeks before your wedding? Think about the deposits, Emma. I told her to get out of my house. She laughed and reminded me it was her rental. Then she went to bed in the room next to mine, like nothing had happened. I didn't sleep. I sat on the bathroom floor until sunrise, holding Derek's shirt, replaying 15 years of friendship in my head, wondering how long this had been going on, wondering if she'd wanted him all along, wondering if I'd ever really known her at all. What I found next changed everything. I went through her phone while she was asleep. I know that makes me sound crazy, but I was past caring. I found the texts, dozens of them, going back 4 months. Flirty at first, then explicit, then logistical, planning when they could meet, where, how to avoid getting caught. There were photos. I won't describe them. There was a text from Thursday night, the night before the bachelorette party, where she told him, "This weekend is going to be perfect. She'll never suspect anything." She'd planned this, the whole thing. The lake house far from home. The private bedroom with a connecting bathroom. She'd invited him there. I took screenshots of everything and sent them to myself. Then I woke up every single girl in that house and told them what happened. I showed them the proof. Most of them cried. 2 of them started packing immediately. Jessica woke up to 7 women standing around her bed, staring at her in silence. When she realized what was happening, she tried to play it off, said I was spiraling and self-sabotaging because I was scared of commitment. My cousin told her to shut her mouth before someone shut it for her. We all left. Jessica stayed at the lake house alone. I drove home 3 hours in silence, walked into the apartment I shared with Derek, and found him sitting on the couch waiting for me. He stood up, started apologizing, said it meant nothing, said Jessica had come on to him, said he was drunk, said it was one mistake. I asked him how many times. He said twice. I showed him the texts. The real number was 9 times over 4 months, including once in our bed when I was visiting my mom. I told him he had 4 hours to get his things and get out, and if he wasn't gone by the time I got back from my sister's house, I'd call the police and tell them he was trespassing. He tried to argue. I didn't say another word. I left. And what I did next, most people told me I'd gone too far. I canceled the wedding, lost $8,000 in deposits, and I didn't care. I sent the screenshots to both of their families. Jessica's mom called me sobbing, begging me not to ruin her daughter's reputation. I hung up on her. Derek's brother called to say I was being vindictive. I blocked him. Then, I posted the whole story on Facebook. Every detail, every screenshot, tagged them both, named them both, let everyone we knew see exactly what they'd done. Jessica sent me a message an hour later saying I was destroying her life over a mistake and that she'd already lost her job because her boss, my former coworker, had seen the post. I replied with one word, good. Derek tried to get mutual friends to mediate. None of them would. They'd all seen the evidence. Here's the part that still makes me laugh in disbelief. 2 weeks after I canceled the wedding, Jessica sent me a text, a long one, saying she'd done a lot of reflecting and realized she'd acted out of jealousy, but that our friendship was too important to throw away over a man. She said she understood if I needed time, but when I was ready, she'd be waiting. And then, I swear this is real, she said, and if you ever do get married again, I'd still be honored to stand beside you. I blocked her number. I blocked her on everything. I haven't spoken to her since. It's been 6 months now. I'm not gonna lie and say I'm completely healed. Some days I'm angry, some days I'm sad, but most days I'm relieved. Relieved I found out before I married him. Relieved I saw who Jessica really was before I wasted any more years on her. I'm dating again. Slowly. Carefully. And I'm building new friendships with people who've shown me what loyalty actually looks like. If this story resonated with you, subscribe. I share a new story every single week. And drop a comment below if you've ever been betrayed by someone you completely trusted. You are not alone, and you will get through this.